Hello and welcome to Learnify English, your place to learn English in a simple and fun way. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever tried to learn English from books, grammar lessons, or vocabulary lists, and still felt like you couldn't speak or understand real English? You are not alone. Many English learners around the world feel the same way. They study hard, but when it's time to talk or listen to real English, they feel lost. Why? Because English is not just about grammar and rules. English is about stories, real stories, natural stories, the kind of stories you hear in daily life, the kind of stories that help you think in English, feel in English, and speak naturally. So today, you will do something different. You will learn English through stories. In this video, I will tell you a simple, interesting, and easy to understand story in English. And while you listen, you will improve your listening skills, vocabulary, pronunciation, speaking confidence. This method is powerful and fun. So, are you ready? Let's begin. Story title: The Busy Little Ant. Once upon a time, in a small garden behind a house, there lived a little ant. The ant was small, but it was not lazy. Every morning, the little ant woke up early. While other insects were still sleeping, the ant was already walking, carrying food, and cleaning its home. The ant worked hard every day. One morning, the sun was shining bright, and the weather was perfect. The little ant smiled and said, "Today is a good day to work." As the ant walked, it saw a big, red apple on the ground. It was fresh. It smelled sweet. The ant thought, "This is great food for winter. I must bring it home." But the apple was too big for one little ant. So, what did the ant do? It ran back to the nest and called other ants. "Friends, I found something big and tasty. Come help me." Soon, a line of ants marched behind the little ant. They all worked together, pushing the apple, pulling the apple, and carrying small pieces back to their nest. They laughed. They worked. They helped each other. By the evening, the apple was gone from the garden and safely inside the ant nest. The ants danced and sang. Hard work is good. Teamwork is better. From that day, the little ant became a hero in the ant world. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Now, let's go back and learn some important words from the story. Ant, a small insect that works very hard. Sentence: The ant wakes up early every day. Lazy, not wanting to work or move. Sentence: The ant was not lazy. Shine, shining. When the sun or light is bright. Sentence: The sun was shining bright. Sweet, a taste like sugar. Sentence: The apple smelled sweet. Pull, push, to move something towards or away from you. Sentence: The ants pushed and pulled the apple. Nest, a home for ants or birds. Sentence: The ants carried food back to their nest. Teamwork, working together with others. Sentence: The ants used teamwork to carry the apple. Practice speaking with me, shadowing. Now, let's practice speaking together. You will hear me say a sentence. Then, you repeat it after me. This is called shadowing. It helps you speak better English. Ready? Let's try. I will say. You repeat. The little ant was not lazy. Your turn. The ant woke up early. Your turn. It saw a big red apple. Your turn. The apple was too big. Your turn. The ant called its friends. Your turn. They pushed and pulled the apple. Your turn. Teamwork is better. Your turn. Great job. This method helps your brain and your mouth work together. Do this again and again. Repeat with the video. Listen and speak. Your English will become better and better. Let's review. Quick quiz. Now, let's see what you remember. Question 1. What did the ant find? A banana. B. A red apple. C. A bag of sugar. Answer: B. A red apple. Question 2. Was the ant lazy? A. Yes. B. No. Answer: B. No. Question 3. How did the ants move the apple? A. One ant carried it. B. They used teamwork. C. They left it. Answer: B. They used teamwork. Now it's time for a brand new story. Remember, As you listen, focus on understanding the meaning. Don't worry about every single word. Just listen, enjoy, and try to feel the English. Ready for today's story? Let's begin. Story title: The Forgetful Elephant. In a warm jungle, not far from a river, lived a big, gray elephant named Ellie. Ellie was kind. She helped other animals. She loved to play. But Ellie had one big problem. She always forgot things. One day, Ellie woke up and said, "Today, I will go visit my grandma." She walked slowly through the jungle. On the way, she met a monkey. "Hello, Ellie," said the monkey. "Where are you going?" Ellie smiled. "I'm going to see my grandma." The monkey gave her a banana. "Give this to your grandma," Ellie said. "Thank you," and walked on. A few steps later, she met a parrot. "Hi, Ellie. Where are you going?" "To see my grandma." "Here, take this flower for her," said the parrot. "Thank you." Ellie put the flower behind her ear. Then she met a turtle. "Ellie, where are you going?" Ellie opened her mouth, but paused. She forgot. She couldn't remember. "Was I going to eat bananas?" "No." "Swim in the river?" "No." Ellie sat down. Her eyes looked confused. The turtle said, "Don't worry. Let's go back and ask the monkey." So Ellie and the turtle walked back. The monkey smiled. "Did you give the banana to your grandma?" Ellie gasped. "My grandma. That's where I was going." The turtle laughed. The parrot flew by, and they all helped Ellie walk to Grandma's house. When Grandma saw Ellie, she smiled wide. "You came? I missed you." Ellie gave her the banana and flower. They hugged. Even if Ellie was forgetful, her heart was full of love. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Now, let's go over some useful words from the story. Forgetful. Someone who forgets things easily. Sentence. Ellie was a forgetful elephant. Jungle. A place with many trees and animals, usually warm and wild. Sentence. Ellie lived in the jungle. Banana. A yellow fruit monkey's love. Sentence. The monkey gave Ellie a banana. Flower. A pretty plant. Sentence. The parrot gave Ellie a flower. Ear. The part of your body you hear with. Sentence. Ellie put the flower behind her ear. Hug. To put your arms around someone to show love. Sentence. Ellie and her grandma hugged. Practice speaking. Shadowing technique. Let's practice speaking now. I will say the sentence. You repeat it right after me. Let's go. Ellie was a kind elephant. Your turn. She wanted to visit her grandma. Your turn. The monkey gave her a banana. Your turn. The parrot gave her a flower. Your turn. Ellie forgot where she was going. Your turn. The turtle helped her remember. Your turn. She hugged her grandma. Your turn. Fantastic work. Repeat this part a few times. Speak with me. You'll sound more natural each time. Quick quiz. Let's review. Time for a quick quiz to check your understanding. Question 1. What was the elephant's name? Ella. B. Ellie. C. Ellie. Answer. B. Ellie. Question 2. What problem did Ellie have? A. She was tired. B. She was shy. C. She was forgetful. Answer. C. She was forgetful. Question 3. What did the parrot give Ellie? I. A banana. B. A flower. C. A book. Answer. B. A flower. Question 4. Who helped Ellie remember her plan? A. The monkey. B. The turtle. C. Her grandma. Answer. B. The turtle. Great job. Why this story helps you learn English. Stories like this help you learn because you see words in real context. You hear natural sentence patterns. You practice listening and speaking. You connect emotions with language. At Learnify English, we believe learning should never be boring. In the last story, we followed Ellie, the kind but forgetful elephant, as she tried to visit her grandma. That story helped us learn words like forgetful, jungle, hug, and more. Today, you will hear a story about a young boy who learns a lesson about kindness and respect in a small village. This story is full of easy vocabulary, simple grammar, and real conversation-style English. Are you ready? Let's begin. Story title: The Boy Who Didn't Say Thank You. There was once a small village near the mountains. In this village lived a boy named Leo. Leo was 7 years old. He had big eyes, short hair, and a loud laugh. But Leo had one big problem. He never said thank you. When his mother gave him breakfast, he just ate and walked away. When his teacher helped him read a word, he stayed silent. When his friend shared a toy, he grabbed it without a word. People in the village noticed. He's a good boy. They said, but he needs to learn respect. One day, the village planned a big picnic. Everyone was excited. There would be food, music, dancing, and games. Leo was the first one to run to the field. He ate cakes, drank juice, and played with toys. But again, he didn't say thank you to anyone. Not to the baker. Not to the old man who gave him a kite. Not even to the woman who made his favorite soup. That night, something strange happened. Leo went to sleep with a full belly and a happy face. But when he woke up, he couldn't speak. Not a single sound. His voice was gone. He opened his mouth to say, "Good morning," but nothing came out. He ran to his mom. She looked worried. He went to the doctor. The doctor said, "Your body is fine, but your words are missing." Leo was scared. Will I stay like this forever? He thought. That night, Leo had a dream. In the dream, a kind, old woman with silver hair came to him. She said, "Words are powerful, my child. When you don't use kind words like thank you, your voice becomes weak." Leo cried. He wanted to speak again. The woman smiled and said, "To get your voice back, you must show real thanks to those around you." Leo woke up. He still couldn't speak, but he now understood. He picked flowers for his mom. He drew a picture for his teacher. He helped clean the park. He wrote little notes that said thank you and gave them to people. And slowly, his voice came back. The first word he said was, "Thank you." From that day, Leo became the most polite boy in the village. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Now, let's learn some new words from this story. Thank you. A polite word to show you are grateful. Sentence. Leo never said thank you. Respect. Treating people kindly and politely. Sentence. People said Leo needed to learn respect. Picnic. A fun event where people eat outdoors. Sentence. The village planned a big picnic. Kite. A toy that flies in the wind. Sentence. The old man gave Leo a kite. Missing, not there, not present. Sentence. The doctor said his words were missing. Powerful, strong, with big effect. Sentence. The woman said, "Words are powerful. Shadowing practice. Speak after me." Now let's practice speaking. I will say a sentence. You repeat it after me. Leo never said thank you. Your turn. People said he needed respect. Your turn. There was a big picnic in the village. Your turn. Leo's voice was gone. Your turn. Words are powerful. Your turn. Leo said thank you at last. Your turn. Great job. Practice this a few times. Speaking out loud helps your brain remember and your mouth move more naturally in English. Quick quiz. Let's check your memory. Question 1. What was the boy's name? A. Leo. B. Liam. C. Lucas. Answer. A. Leo. Question 2. What was Leo's problem? A. He was rude. B. He didn't talk. C. He never said thank you. Answer. C. He never said thank you. Question 3. What did Leo lose? A. His toys. B. His voice. C. His food. Answer. B. His voice. Question 4. How did Leo get his voice back? A. He shouted loudly. B. He took medicine. C. He showed real thanks. Answer. C. He showed real thanks. Awesome work! What we learn from the story. This story teaches us more than just English. It teaches us the value of gratitude. When you say thank you, people feel happy. You feel better too. And your voice becomes stronger, not just in sound, but in heart. Words are small, but they carry great power. Today, we have a new story for you. It's about a little girl, a lost puppy, and a lesson about responsibility and care. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to improve your listening, vocabulary, and speaking skills, all while enjoying a heartwarming story. Story title: The Girl and the Lost Puppy. In a quiet town, not too big, not too small, lived a little girl named Mia. Mia was 6 years old. She had curly black hair, big brown eyes, and a backpack with pink stars. Every morning, Mia walked to school with her mother. One day, while walking past the park, Mia heard a soft sound. Yip, yip. She stopped. What was that? She asked. Her mother listened. Maybe a bird, she said. But Mia looked around the bushes, and there, behind the flowers, was a tiny brown puppy. The puppy was dirty, thin, and shaking. Oh no, Mia said. He's lost. The puppy looked up at her with sad eyes. Without thinking, Mia opened her backpack, picked up the puppy gently, and put him inside. Mom, can we help him? Just for one day. Her mother looked at Mia, then at the puppy. Just one day, she said with a small smile. Back home, Mia gave the puppy a warm bath. She used her towel to dry him. She poured water into a bowl. She gave him a small sandwich. The puppy wagged his tail and licked her hand. Mia laughed. I'll call you Lucky, she said. That night, Mia made a little bed for Lucky next to hers. Lucky curled up and fell asleep. The next morning, Mia made a sign. Lost puppy found, please call. She and her mom posted it around the neighborhood. Every hour, Mia checked the phone. Nothing. 2 days passed. No one called. Lucky was now clean, happy, and playful. He followed Mia everywhere. She wanted to keep him forever. But on the third evening, the phone rang. Hello, her mother answered. A man's voice said, I think you found my dog. His name is Charlie. Mia's heart sank. That night, she hugged Lucky tightly. I'll miss you, she whispered. The next day, the man came to their house. He was kind and gentle. When he saw Lucky, now clean and healthy, he smiled. Thank you for taking care of him, he said. Mia nodded. His name is Lucky now. The man laughed. That's a good name. Then he looked at Mia and said, would you like to visit him sometimes? Or maybe you can help me walk him every weekend. Mia's eyes lit up. Really? Of course, he said. From then on, Mia and Lucky saw each other every week. She learned how to care for animals and never forgot the little puppy behind the bush. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Time to learn new words and phrases. When. Puppy, a baby dog. Sentence. Mia found a lost puppy behind the flowers. 2. Bush, a small plant with many leaves. Sentence. The puppy was hiding in the bushes. 3. Wag wagged, when a dog moves its tail quickly. Sentence. The puppy wagged his tail. Stir. Sign, a piece of paper with words to share information. Sentence. Mia made a sign that said lost puppy found. Feck, curled up, to lie down in a small, round shape. Sentence. Lucky curled up and fell asleep. Sick, sank heart sank, to feel sad or disappointed suddenly. Sentence. Mia's heart sank when she heard someone claimed the puppy. Shadowing practice. Speak after me. Let's practice speaking together. You'll hear a sentence. Repeat it out loud. Ready? Mia found a lost puppy. Your turn. The puppy was cold and dirty. Your turn. She gave him food and a bath. Your turn. She named the puppy Lucky. Your turn. Her heart sank when someone called. Your turn. She learned how to care for animals. Your turn. Excellent. The more you shadow, the more natural your English will sound. Repeat this part often. Speak with confidence. Quick quiz. Let's test your memory. Question 1. What was the girl's name? A. Lily. B. Mia. C. Emma. Answer. B. Mia. Question 2. What did Mia name the puppy? Buddy. B. Lucky. C. Charlie. Answer. B. Lucky. Question 3. What did Mia do for the puppy? A. Gave him a toy. B. Taught him tricks. C. Gave him food, water, and a bath. Answer. C. Gave him food, water, and a bath. Question 4. What happened at the end? A. Mia kept the puppy forever. B. The owner took the puppy but let Mia visit. C. Mia gave the puppy to a shelter. Answer. B. The owner took the puppy but let Mia visit. Awesome job! Why stories like this help you learn English? Stories are powerful because they make you feel something. They help you understand real English. They connect words with actions and emotions. They make learning fun and memorable. You don't just study English, you live it. Now it's time for a new story. This time, it's about friendship and something we all need to learn. How to say I'm sorry. Story title: The Two Best Friends. Emma and Sarah were best friends. They lived on the same street. They went to the same school. They even shared the same birthday. Every afternoon after school, they played together in the park, climbing trees, drawing with chalk, and laughing until the sun went down. They were always together. One Friday, Sarah brought a brand new toy to school. It was a small, shiny robot that could walk and talk. Everyone wanted to see it. Even the teacher smiled. Emma looked at the toy. She wanted to hold it. "Can I try?" she asked. Sarah said, "Not now. It's new." Emma felt angry. "You don't trust me?" she asked. Sarah said nothing. Emma frowned. She turned around and walked away. At lunch, they sat at different tables. On the way home, they didn't speak. That evening, Emma looked at her phone. No message from Sarah. She waited. Nothing. She felt sad, but also proud. Why should I say sorry? She didn't let me touch it. But inside, her heart felt heavy. The next morning, Emma walked past Sarah's house. Sarah was outside, watering flowers with her mom. Emma wanted to wave, but didn't. That night, Emma couldn't sleep. She remembered all the fun they had playing, talking, laughing. She missed her friend. She picked up her phone. Then she put it down. Then she picked it up again and typed, "Hey, I'm sorry I got mad. I miss you." She waited. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3. Then ping a message. "I miss you too. I'm sorry I didn't share. Come over tomorrow." Emma smiled. A real, happy smile. The next day, they met at the park. They didn't talk much at first. Then Sarah said, "Want to play with the robot now?" Emma laughed. "Only if we take turns." And just like that, everything was okay again. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Let's review some keywords and expressions. Best friends. Two people who are very close and care about each other. Sentence: Emma and Sarah were best friends. Trust. To believe someone will do the right thing. Sentence: You don't trust me? Emma asked. Heavy heart. A feeling of sadness. Sentence: Her heart felt heavy. Miss someone. To feel sad because someone is not with you. Sentence: Emma missed her friend. Take turns. To share time doing something. One after the other. Sentence: Only if we take turns, Emma said. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. Let's practice speaking together using shadowing. I'll say the sentence. You repeat. Emma and Sarah were best friends. Your turn. They played together every day. Your turn. Emma felt angry when Sarah said no. Your turn. They didn't talk for a day. Your turn. Emma sent a message and said sorry. Your turn. They were friends again. Your turn. Fantastic. Speaking out loud helps you build confidence. Keep practicing. Quick quiz, let's review. Question 1. What was the name of the two girls? A. Mia and Emma. B. Emma and Sarah. C. Sarah and Lily. Answer. B. Emma and Sarah. Question 2. Why did Emma get upset? Sarah didn't invite her. B. Sarah didn't let her hold the toy. C. Sarah said something rude. Answer. B. Sarah didn't let her hold the toy. Question 3. What did Emma do to fix the problem? She ignored Sarah. B. She bought a new toy. C. She sent a message and said sorry. Answer. C. She sent a message and said sorry. Question 4. What does take turns mean? A. Play alone. B. Share time doing something. C. Wait for a long time. Answer. B. Share time doing something. Why this story matters. Sometimes we make mistakes. We feel angry. We say the wrong thing. Or we say nothing at all. But when we say I'm sorry, we grow. Friendships grow. Learning English is not only about words and grammar. It's about learning to express feelings. At Learnify English, we teach you both language and life through stories. Now, in today's story, we'll talk about family, about how love can be shared. even when you don't speak the same language. Let's begin. Story title: Grandmother's Smile. Sam was 10 years old. He lived in the city with his mom, dad, and little sister. One summer, his grandmother came to visit from a faraway country. She didn't speak English, not one word. She spoke a language Sam didn't understand. At first, it was hard. When Sam said, "Good morning," his grandmother smiled, but didn't answer. When he asked, "Do you want to play?" she just nodded politely. Sam felt awkward. "I don't know what to say," he told his mom. His mom smiled. "You don't always need words," she said. "Sometimes, love is shown in actions." Sam wasn't sure what that meant. That afternoon, Sam sat on the floor with his toys. He was building a small castle with blocks. His grandmother watched from the sofa. She looked curious. Sam picked up a block and slowly handed it to her. She smiled and placed it on the castle. Then he gave her another and another. Soon, they were building together. No words, just blocks, just smiles. The next day, Sam was drawing with crayons. His grandmother sat beside him. She pointed to a flower in his picture and said something in her language. Sam didn't understand the word, but she kept pointing and smiling. So Sam said, "Flower." She repeated the word in her language, then pointed to her mouth. "Huh, flower," Sam said. "Hua," she repeated. They laughed. They were teaching each other without a classroom, without books, just pictures, sounds, and smiles. Over the next few days, they made cookies together. Sam showed her how to use the oven. She showed him how to fold dumplings. They listened to music. They clapped. They danced. Sam didn't learn every word, but he learned something more important: how to understand a person's heart. When it was time for his grandmother to go home, Sam felt sad. But before she left, she gave him a small notebook. Inside were simple words in her language, next to English ones: flower, hua, smile, koi, love, you. Sam hugged her tightly. "I love you," he said. His grandmother smiled and whispered back in her language. And somehow he understood. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Time to learn some helpful words and phrases. Awkward, feeling uncomfortable or unsure. Sentence. Sam felt awkward when he couldn't talk to his grandmother. Nod, nodded. To move your head up and down to say yes. Sentence. She nodded politely. Curious, wanting to know or learn something. Sentence. His grandmother looked curious. Crayons, colored sticks used for drawing. Sentence. Sam was drawing with crayons. Dumplings, small pieces of dough with filling inside, often cooked by steaming or boiling. Sentence. She showed him how to fold dumplings. Whispered. To speak very softly. Sentence. She whispered something before she left. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. Let's practice some of the key sentences from the story. You repeat after me. Sam didn't speak his grandmother's language. Your turn. She smiled, but said nothing. Your turn. They built a castle with blocks. Your turn. They laughed without words. Your turn. She gave him a notebook with words. Your turn. He understood her heart. Your turn. Well done. Repeat these several times to build your speaking confidence. Quick quiz. Check your understanding. Question 1. What was the boy's name? A. Ben. B. Sam. C. Tom. Answer. B. Sam. Question 2. Why couldn't Sam talk to his grandmother at first? She was shy. B. She was deaf. C. She didn't speak English. Answer. C. She didn't speak English. Question 3. What did they do together without speaking? Played a game. B. Built a castle with blocks. C. Watched a movie. Answer. B. Built a castle with blocks. Question 4. What gift did the grandmother give Sam? A toy. B. A picture. C. A notebook with words. Answer. C. A notebook with words. Excellent job. Why this story helps you learn English. This story shows that language is more than words. It's about emotion, expression, understanding people even when the words aren't perfect. When you learn English, don't worry if you don't say everything exactly right. Just like Sam, focus on connection. The more you listen, speak, and feel the language, the better you become. Story title: The Lost Homework. It was Monday morning. Tom was sitting at his desk, looking very nervous. His teacher, Miss Carter, walked into the classroom with a big smile. "Good morning, class," she said. "Please take out your homework." Everyone started opening their backpacks and pulling out papers, but Tom sat still. He didn't move. He looked down at his shoes. Miss Carter walked over. "Tom, where's your homework?" Tom looked up slowly. I lost it," he said. Miss Carter raised an eyebrow. "Lost it? What happened?" Tom hesitated. He could tell the truth, but instead, he said, "A dog ate it." The class gasped. "A dog," Miss Carter repeated. Tom nodded. "Yes, a big dog. It jumped into our yard and grabbed my homework." Some students started laughing. One girl said, "That sounds like a movie." Missy Carter crossed her arms. "Interesting story. I'll give you one more day to turn it in." Tom smiled. He felt relieved. He had escaped trouble. Or so he thought. The next day, Miss Carter said, "Class, we have a surprise visitor." She opened the door, and in walked Mr. Thompson, the school's animal control officer. He had come to teach students about dogs and safety. "Have any of you had a strange dog in your yard recently?" he asked, before Tom could hide. "Mins?" Carter pointed at him. "Tom said a big dog came into his yard yesterday and ate his homework." Mr. Thompson looked surprised. He pulled out a notebook. "Can you describe the dog?" Tom froze. It was big and brown with sharp teeth." Mr. Thompson wrote everything down. "Strange," he said. "No one else in the neighborhood saw a dog like that. We'll investigate." Tom's heart sank. Now his small lie was becoming a big problem. After class, Ms. Carter sat down with Tom. "Tom," she said kindly, "tell me the truth." Tom looked down. "I didn't do the homework," he said softly. "I forgot. Then I lied." Miss Carter nodded. "I appreciate your honesty now. But remember, one small lie can grow into something big." Tom promised to never lie again. He worked hard that night and finished the homework. The next morning, he gave it to Mrs. Carter. She smiled and said, "This is good work. I'm proud of you." Tom smiled back. And from that day on, he always told the truth, even if it was hard. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Here are some new words and phrases from today's story. 1. Nervous, worried or afraid about something. Sentence: Tom was nervous when the teacher asked about his homework. 2. Hesitate, to pause before doing something. Sentence: Tom hesitated before answering. 3. Eyebrow, the hair above your eyes. Sentence: Min Carter raised her eyebrow. Fear, crossed her arms, a body gesture showing thinking or questioning. Sentence: She crossed her arms. Fin froze, suddenly stopped moving, usually because of fear. Sentence: Tom froze when asked about the dog. Sick, investigate, to look for the truth, to examine carefully. Sentence: Mr. Thompson said he would investigate the missing homework. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. Let's repeat some sentences to help you practice speaking. Tom said a dog ate his homework. Your turn. The teacher gave him one more day. Your turn. Mr. Thompson asked for details. Your turn. Tom realized his lie was a mistake. Your turn. He finished the homework and told the truth. Your turn. The teacher was proud of him. Your turn. Great job. Repeat until you can say them easily. Quick quiz. Test your understanding. Question 1. What was the boy's name? Jack. B. Tom. C. Ben. Answer. B. Tom. Question 2. What lie did Tom tell? He had a fever. B. His homework flew away. C. A dog ate his homework. Answer. C. A dog ate his homework. Question 3. Who visited the class? A. A police officer. B. A doctor. C. An animal control officer. Answer. C. An animal control officer. Question 4. What did Tom do after telling the truth? A. He left school. B. He did his homework. C. He lied again. Answer. B. He did his homework. Excellent. Keep going. Why this story helps you learn. This story is short, fun, and easy to remember. It helps you practice simple past tense, common phrases, and expressions like, I lost it, I forgot, I promise, tell the truth. Stories like this help you think in English and remember vocabulary naturally. It's a story about kindness, about healing, and about the quiet way love can change the world even in small moments. Let's begin. Story title: The Bird and the Boy. One quiet morning, a young boy named Leo was walking to school. He passed by the park, like he always did. But today, something was different. He heard a soft sound. Tweet, tweet. He looked down and saw a small bird sitting on the ground. The bird didn't fly away. It looked weak. Its wing was bent. Leo's eyes grew wide. The bird is hurt, he whispered. He took off his backpack and slowly knelt down. Don't be scared, he said softly. He placed his hands around the little bird gently, very gently. He remembered something his mom once said. When someone is hurt, speak quietly and move slowly. He placed the bird in a box and ran home, holding it carefully. At home, Leo made a tiny bed with a towel. He placed a cup of water next to the bird, and he watched. The bird didn't move much, but it breathed. It was alive. Every day, after school, Leo came home and sat with the bird. He read stories out loud to it. He whispered soft words like, "You'll be okay," and "I'm here." He didn't know if the bird understood, but he kept doing it. And something changed. Slowly, the bird began to move more. It drank a little water. It flapped its good wing. It chirped. Just a little. Leo smiled. You're getting better. 1 week later, the bird stood tall. Both wings moved. It chirped loudly. Leo knew what it meant. It's time, he said. He carried the bird to the window. Are you ready? He asked. The bird looked at him. Then flap. Flap it flew. High and free. Leo watched it disappear into the sky. The next morning, Leo walked to school. As he passed the park, he heard a chirp. He looked up. A small bird flew down to a tree branch nearby. It chirped again. Was it the same bird? Leo didn't know, but he smiled. His heart felt warm, and that was enough. Let's learn vocabulary from the story. Here are some helpful words from the story. Injured, hurt or damaged. Sentence. The bird was injured and couldn't fly. Gently, in a soft, careful way. Sentence. He touched the bird gently. Whisper. To speak very softly. Sentence. He whispered. You'll be okay. Chirp. The short, high sound birds make. Sentence. The bird chirped loudly. Flap. To move wings up and down. Sentence. The bird flapped its wings. Disappear. To go away. To be no longer seen. Sentence. The bird disappeared into the sky. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. Let's practice speaking. Repeat each line after me. The bird was hurt. Your turn. He held it gently. Your turn. He read stories to the bird. Your turn. The bird began to chirp. Your turn. One day, it flew away. Your turn. Leo smiled and felt proud. Your turn. Great work. Practice these lines again and again to improve your speaking fluency. Quick quiz, check your understanding. Question 1. What did Leo find in the park? A cat. B, a bird. C, a puppy. Answer. B, a bird. Question 2. Why didn't the bird fly? A, it was tired. B, it was injured. C, it was sleeping. Answer. B, it was injured. Question 3. What did Leo do to help the bird? A, took it to school. B, ignored it. C, made a bed and gave it water. Answer. C, made a bed and gave it water. Question 4. What happened in the end? A, the bird flew away. B, the bird stayed in the box. C, the bird never got better. Answer. A, the bird flew away. Excellent job. Conclusion. What this story teaches us. This story reminds us that kindness is powerful. You don't need to speak many words. You just need to care. In your English learning, be kind to yourself. Be patient. Even small steps, taken daily, lead to big progress. You're doing amazing. Final conclusion, Learnify English. Congratulations. You've just completed a full journey through Learn English through stories. Improve listening and vocabulary with Learnify English. You listened to 13 stories. You learned hundreds of new words. You practiced real sentences, real emotions, and real communication. And most of all, you trained your brain to think in English. That's a huge success. Whether you are from Vietnam, India, Brazil, Mexico, Indonesia, the Philippines, or anywhere in the world, we're proud of you. Let's remember together. You don't need to memorize lists. You don't need to study grammar for hours. You only need one thing: daily practice with real, simple English. And that's what stories give you. They give you meaning. They give you emotion. They help you remember. Naturally, what can you do now? Listen again. Repeat out loud. Shadow the words. Pause and speak. Practice every day, even 10 minutes is enough. Remember, fluency comes from repetition. The more you listen, the better you speak. The more you speak, the more confident you feel. And the more confident you feel, the more you love learning English. From all of us at Learnify English. Thank you for learning with us. Thank you for choosing stories. Thank you for not giving up. Your journey with English is just beginning. We'll be here for you with more stories, more lessons, and more inspiration. So stay tuned, subscribe, and keep practicing. You are doing great. And remember, English is not just a language, it's a bridge to the world. And now, you're ready to cross it. See you in the next lesson. This is Learnify English, helping you speak with confidence, one story at a time.